This video is about the undefeated 1952 Fortuna basketball team reunion held in 2010. I'm the narrator, Glenn Larson, and excerpts are provided by some of the attendees to the reunion. The whole story started the reunion for 1953, where Dick Doris finally went to the reunion, and I met him. The question I had is, whatever happened to Coach Crandall? And told me that Coach was alive and well and living in Portland. So I went up to visit him on a business trip, Coach Crandall, and we talked, and he had an alert mind and could quote chapter and verse about a lot of things on the team, but his big thing was to actually see the whole gang again at some point in time. And that was the beginning of the reunion for the Fortuna team. The following are the teammates that attended the reunion, and in order the picture is their high school picture, their team picture, and their existing pictures that they had taken at the reunion. Interspersed throughout this video, there's narration of the team members.
My name's Allan Baird, and I'm a nephew of Wayne. It's unfortunate tonight that I'm another generation back, that there isn't more of your families here to hear what you're passing on about, and your friends or your peers are passing on about yourselves. I'm sitting there thinking, between Dick and Marvin, they wanted me to come here tonight for Wayne. I was very close, but it rubbed off on me. And I hope you all go back home and talk to your kids, talk to your grandkids, and tell them about tonight. Maybe not about yourselves, but it took probably tonight for me to realize what it was about the demon gym that my uncle was talking about. He was very proud of that gym, the deal with Coach Crandall. And many generations, what he did for you and Wayne did for me, I know it's gone down the pipe. And there's the man that evidently started it, because that's just what I see here tonight. And thank you, Dick, and thank you, Marvin.
Oh, Jerry Boughton. I'd like to thank Coach Crandall for teaching me some very basic things that I've carried forward in my life that have helped me a great deal. And those things are dedication, perseverance, and teamwork. And I didn't realize how important conditioning was either until that first year. But I conclude by thanking Glenn for putting this together and Coach Crandall for teaching me some basic skills that I've carried forward my entire life and have served me well.
George Ibarretta. It's really been great to see all you guys again. Can't believe it's been 50 years plus. 58 years. I love the old gym. You know, the bars across it there intimidated the visiting teams, and they really didn't bother your shots any, our shots, but it sure intimidated the visiting teams. But it's really been great, Coach, to have you come and be with you. And you taught us a lot: teamwork, sportsmanship, hard work, and defense. Thank you very much.
I'm Lou Davis. This is the entertainment portion of our program. Although I love sports and tried to make the teams in high school, my lot in life was to watch others play. So I became a professional spectator. Spectators are a very important part of spectator sports, like football, basketball, and baseball. And so if you're wondering what I'm doing up here and how I got involved in this dinner tonight, it's my job as a spectator. I watched this team, these guys play from the time some of them were in the 7th grade. And they gave me a lot of moments that I have never forgotten, particularly the year of 1952.
My name is Glenn Larson. Well, everything that Coach taught me was logical. Man to man, well, that goes without saying. Bounce passes, okay? They weren't the ordinary. You throw the ball. Oh, no, you bend down and you flip the ball this way, or you hook the ball over that way if somebody's guarding you too close. Now, I just noticed last night, sort of upset me a little bit, because defense, right? And I didn't see anybody on the team do this. The weight is on your back foot, your arm is up in the air so they can't shoot over you, and you're on the weight on the back foot, so if they try to drive around you, you go back. Now, I'm speaking as engineer. What Coach Crandall taught me was just very, very logical. I don't know, just like that. I remember one time Coach got mad at me, but he looked at me and says, "Larson, what the heck are you doing? You're dribbling the ball, and you're watching the ball, you're not watching where you should pass the ball. Look up so you can pass to your teammates." It was true. But in life, right, this is a life lesson that Coach taught me. In life lessons, don't look down, look up, look around, and see what's going on. What Coach taught me over and above that, was what I call being competitive and aggressive. Because I was not that, what my parents taught me. I was not aggressive. I was not competitive. I mean, yeah, I like to win. Who doesn't like to win? Teamwork. Teamwork is essential in life. But the next thing I say is teamwork, right? And teamwork is sort of like, be aware of what's going on, talk to your teammates, work as a team. Last thing is, Coach taught us, is defense, right? What I learned in defense is when you put the arm up, you're trying to anticipate what your opponent's going to do. Are they going to drive left, drive right? Are they going to shoot? What are they going to do? In my life and what I've done, in the experience, I've always looked at that for anticipation. What is going to happen? So the only thing I did was we went in the same gym that we played for the Tournament of Champions, and I used to go down there and play every Saturday morning. With what I learned, there was nobody that ever beat me. Not that I was that good, but they never beat me. And they'd say to me, "You must have played basketball someplace." I says, "Yeah, I did." In Fortuna. Oh, they said, "Oh, Fontana," because nobody knew where Fortuna was. That's the thing I learned. Okay, I coached and played on 2 intramural teams. We won the championship both times. Marvin Stockel.
My theory is the group of kids that came along at that time and the right coach at that right time, we had a genetic combination of play. You watch this in the pros, you see it all the time. If there's one kink in the armor, an injury or whatever, the whole dynamics change. And that's what happened to us in Berkeley. George got sniffles, and he was the key of the whole damn thing. He's the shooter, he's the scorer, but he was in a weak stage, which that happens in pros or whatever. But it was just at that time that everybody come together with different players. I don't care if they were second or third string. They were in and out, and the coach had the ability to whatever we had to confront with different teams to recognize who had to get in and who had to get out.
Well, I'm Coach Crandall. I want to tell you a little bit about how it came to be that I came to Fortuna. Oregon State was backing me, the number one candidate, that they were going to back me for a coaching job. And so there was a couple places that wanted me to come in Oregon, and the best offer I got up there was $3,600 for the year. Okay, big money, huh? Then, long about that time, they called me from Oregon State. Well, there's a Miss Medora that wants to talk to you from Fortuna, California. Fortuna? Where's Fortuna? I know Eureka, but where's Fortuna? Well, okay, he'll meet you at the bar room of the hotel downtown Portland. Well, I drove up from Corrales, and so I went in the bar room there. I didn't know what I was getting into, but anyhow, I looked around to see if I see someone that looked like he's an educator. Well, I see this bespectacled man, strong lens, sitting behind the table way in the dark corner. And consequently, I took a chance. I went over to him. I said, "Are you Mr. Bedura?" He says, "Are you George Crandall?" Yep. He spoke to me for about an hour, and he really built up Fortuna. He really liked Fortuna. And he never told me about the gym, but he sure liked the school. Now, so we settled it right there. He said, I want to know, well, how are the finances? He said, we'll pay you $3,900 for the year, your first year. I got a $300 raise just sitting there talking. So I took it. And so here I came to Fortuna, didn't know anything about it. And I walked down the school, and then I went to take a look at the gym. Wow, you're going to play in that gym? Yes, we are. And Mr. Medora was really proud of his high school. He was really proud. And I enjoyed that very much. Well, now it's coming basketball time. I didn't know one kid here, not one. So you're going to find out what they're made of. So I was a pretty stiff old guy then, and coming out of college, and I was going to find out who really wants to play. But doggone it, all of them wanted to play. Now that made it tough. I had to do some cutting, but all of them were hard working. Don't get me wrong. There were good kids out there. And so consequently, and they happened to be good people, good choices. Well, that was my beginning at Fortuna. And when I finally got down here and got serious, I was going to make certain that these kids, they're going to have to prove themselves. And in practice sessions, I never ever heard a complaint from anyone here. They made a complaint behind my back. The fundamentals I gave them, they responded to, and by golly, they got pretty tough defensively too. That was my big thing when I was in college. I always had to check the Fortuna basketball defense. Everything was defense. Oh, don't worry, we gave offense too. But these kids knew I was going to demand aggressive play. Dick Doris, a junior, he scrambled all over that for us. And George, and the whole Stockton, the whole bunch of them. That's why they made my team. I was testing them, and that's how they made my team. Because they showed me the desire to compete. When your opponents score a total of average 27 points a game, and we score 47 points a game, we must have been doing something right on defense. A sorrowful feeling at the end of that season to have George Ibretta without us at this Tournament of Champions. But I'll tell you, the kids that played in that didn't give ground either. I was proud of them. Yes, we lost 2 games, each by 1 point. But I know if George had been there the whole tournament, we'd have been in the finals. I'm confident of that. They were that good. You guys were good. Excellent. And I'm not afraid to say that. And to go a season undefeated, and the defensive record we had and the offensive record proved it.